Hey, how's it going? It's John at Amp Threads. Just kind of going to do an update video on my pedal board build. I got a little bit of a snag right now. I got to get my saw back. I loaned it to my daughter and I need to go get it from her so I can finish cutting some pieces of wood, but I'll kind of show it to you here. So behind me is my actual pedal board. You kind of see it here. I bought these frame pieces that are on the outside here, and I bought some 1x3s slats, and I cut them 32 inches wide, so it's going to be long. It's going to be a pretty long pedal board. I'll have room for 2 rows of pedals, and I've got it all assembled and put together. Now then, here's my dilemma. I've got my power supply here, which is an iSpot Pro C12 pure isolated power supply. And I've got to have a way of mounting it. It's fairly heavy. So what I'm thinking about doing is I've got some leftover wood. I'm going to mount it underneath the board like this in the middle. And I'm going to build a little wood frame around it like this. Use wood screws to hold it together. And I'll probably use some Velcro too. So it's going to set underneath the board. It's also going to act as a little stabilizer in the middle. It'd be like almost like having a middle leg there to kind of help hold the board in place. But anyway, that's the power supply. It's going to face this way. The power coming out here, actually right there. And then the front here is where all the wires come out and go to each pedal. So I'll have to share 1 or 2 of these spots with a pedal. Hopefully I've got the wiring to do that. But anyway, I bought the OneSpot Pro CS12. It was on sale, I think $40 off. And then they went ahead and gave me another 10% off at the store. I bought this in Columbus, Ohio on the way home from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But anyway, just give you one more look at the pedal board itself. It's going to set like this. The power supply is going to be on this top end, and then all the pedals will be Velcroed to the top of this. Okay, so here's the actual pedal board. Then I'll kind of go through some of the pedals. So I got to get my saw. I've got to cut those pieces, measure them and cut them. And then I've got to use some wood screws to attach them. And it's going to be able to cradle this, okay? And also act as a middle leg for the pedal board to maybe give some more stability to the middle part of the board. All right, so, and I got to paint them too, so it's going to take a day to dry and cure. So put a couple coats on a flat black like I did the other boards. All right, let's kind of go through the pedals I got. All right. On the front row, I'm going to have all my drives, okay, and distortions, things like that. I demoed this one the other day. It's the MXR Custom Badass 78 distortion. This will probably, on the drive side in front of the amp, it'll probably be towards the end of the chain. It won't be at the start of the chain. It'll probably be at the end. Okay, at the front of the chain, I'll probably have my tuner. This is just a cheap little tuner for now. $10. It lights up good. You can see it good. Works just fine. I've used it a bunch already. Then I'll probably have towards the front probably this compression sustainer. So I got a compression pedal. I got this on a 3-pedal deal. I bought 3 pedals from one guy, and I kind of, take 3 of them. I gave him a price and a little lower than probably what he was asking for them individually. So I bundled. That's one way to save when you're shopping. If you can get them to bundle, hey, I'll buy all three if you sell it to me for this price. That'll get some money knocked off. But so it was a used pedal. I got it at a pretty good price. Then I got the one that everybody has, SD1 Boss Super Overdrive. You can get these for 60, 70 bucks new, 69 I think. I actually bought this one new. I think I might have had a coupon or something. I was able to get a few bucks off this. But you can find them used 40, 50 bucks all day if you look and try. So it's a Boss. My opinion, Boss has some of the best pedals. Great design. You can use a battery on them if you want to use a battery. The power is up front. The connection's up front. Ins and outs are on the side. And the pedal just works good. And to get to the battery, you just, unscrew this, lifts up. Unscrew this part, lifts up. And you can put a battery in there. So, Boss SD1. The pedal that goes hand in hand with the SD1 so you can stack your drives is a Blues Driver. Okay, I always like the sound of this pedal. So BD1, or actually it's a BD2, Blues Driver 2. You've got level, you got gain, and you got tone. Again, Boss pedal. You can put a battery in it if you want. Power cord is up front, which I like. And then it's same foot pedal type thing. They're really sturdy. They hold up. I think Boss is a leader in pedals. So I got this one used. I think they're 109 new. I think I paid 52 or 54 bucks for this used. You can find these used all day too. And, they hold up, so they're going to be fine. All right. Another drive pedal I bought is it's like one of the first pedals I bought. I did what everybody, when you're looking for used stuff, you look on Marketplace, you go to the local music stores, you see what they have in trade-ins, used ones, if you want to try to cut corners and save money. Or if you want to spend them for new, you do that. And you hit pawn shops, but usually stuff in pawn shops don't last long if it's a pedal. So this one I got, and I actually like it. It's a really good pedal. It's a K-Line Leon drive. It's got some artwork on front, but it's a white pedal. It has gain, level, and tone. Plus it has a high-low switch. So that'll give you a little more. That's high, that's low. This turns it on. But it's a kind of a moderate drive, not super distorted, but get a nice good crunch out of it. And I got to think about, I'm going to have to really do some thinking about where I want to put this in the signal chain, but it'll be on the front row for sure, somewhere towards either at the beginning or somewhere towards the end. I haven't decided yet. I've got to really think about that. But this one here, I went to the pawn shop. It had 35 bucks on it. I asked the lady, I said, hey, can you do 30 on this? And she said, I can do 28. And I said, I'll take it. So knock $7 off the price of this. Never hurts to ask. Only worst they can do is say no. I offered her 30 and she said, I'll do 28. I'll take 28. So sold. Not a bad little pedal though at all for the money. All right, let's see. Oh, this one here I really wanted, and I did some negotiating and some trading. Guitar Center owed me an $8 credit, so I put that towards this pedal. I had a coupon for 20 bucks, so that's 28 bucks I could take off the price of this pedal. This pedal was on sale online for 20% off, so that knocked off a big chunk of money, plus the 28. Okay, so I got this really inexpensive for what it is and how much it normally costs regular price. It's pretty expensive regular price, but it's called a JHS is the manufacturer. They're in Kansas City, Missouri, and it's called a Pack Rat, and it's based on Rat Distortion. Okay, And okay, my computer's acting goofy, so give me a second. All right, sorry about that. I had a pop up or something happen there. Okay, so this Pack Rat, JHS Pack Rat, is 9, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 classic rat fuzz pedals in one. So if you look here, you've got OG, the white, the TRB, the Brat, the Dirty, the LA, the GRF, the JHS version, and there's one other, but they're all based on different rat pedals. So when you switch channels on it, though, you have different levels of gain on it. So you get volume. So to me, is you get this, you set it, you pick the 2 or 3 that you like, and that's what you do. If you know a song you want this particular one, you reach down and you change the setting, and then you engage it, set your tone and your distortion, filters, all that stuff, and then you hit it. I've tried it out already. It sounds good, but again, it's like having 9 pedals in one. So I could get a lot out of this. Okay. All right. That almost my front row there. And I got one more pedal on the front row, and I haven't even opened it yet. If you're going to get a Crybaby wah, to me, this is the one to get. There's all kinds of them. Vox, Dunlap, different versions, different models. I traded a Digitech Jimi Hendrix Experience wah. I got a real good amount of money for it on a trade-in, more than I paid for it, to be honest with you. So it was a good trade. This one here is a Crybaby 535Q. I think they made these back in the 90s, and this is kind of an updated version of this. But what makes this unique, it has, I'll just kind of tell you here. It has a Q control for custom tones. There's a knob on the side that you can change. It's like this Rat pedal has a bunch of different versions. You might have 6 or 8 of them, I think. Has a bypass switch. Has hot pots potentiometer, true bypass, top quality inputs and output jacks. It's made in the USA. That's always a plus for me. And then it also has, there's a little button on the side that'll give you, I don't know, 10 dB, 9 dB boost, I think. You just take your foot, you kick that little button on the side, and it's like an on-off switch. It'll give you a boost. So you get ready to engage this. You want to boost on your wah effect, kick that little button, and then go to town working the wah. This will be on the front row. That and I believe my first pedal will probably be this, and then the tuner will be right there too. Okay, so that's my front row of stuff. Now my second row of stuff is going to be modulation, and for that, let me go through those. I bought this pedal pretty early. Again, JHS, Kansas City, Missouri. The guy's got a ton of YouTube videos, and he is super knowledgeable about pedals. I mean, crazy knowledgeable. And this one here is a Chorus. I think I got this one used, or I know I got a deal on it because I always ask and I always negotiate. I rarely pay full price for stuff. I think I go in and, hey, what's the best you can do on this? And they usually tell me, or I have a trade, or I have a coupon, or I have something. All right, so this one here is a Chorus. Has volume, rate, and depth, and then it has a vibe switch that you can engage. I've used this a few times just to try it out, but everybody's got to have a Chorus pedal on their board, I think. Chorus is a pretty well used effect. All right, JHS Oh, Series 3 is their budget line too. Everything in the Series 3 line is black and white to cut costs. A lot of boutique pedals have neat artwork and stuff. This is like generic looking. That's just so they can cut costs and sell it for less, but it does what you need it to do. Good pedal. The Series 3 is a good line of pedals. All right. Next, I bought this super cheap. This here, I've got reverb on all my amps, so I didn't want to spend a lot on reverb, but I wanted to have this Mini Universe M-Wave. I watched some reviews on this. You can pick this up pretty cheap. Construction on it's not bad. It's metal. You've got param 1, param 2, param 3. You got a mix. You got a delay. And then you've got a bunch of different types of reverb. Spring, plate, hall. I don't think let me count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different modulations on this pedal. Does shimmer, spring reverb, plate, and some of them having trouble reading there because the knobs are in the way. But anyway, you can get a lot of different sounds out of this. Pick the reverb you like, set it, leave it alone. Engage it when you need it. But you've got options. If you need a different type of reverbs for a different song, you can get some other different tones out. Just get it, experiment. Like I said, these aren't much money at all. You can pick these up pretty cheap. All right. This one here, I don't know if I'm crazy about it. This may be one that'll end up on the chopping block. I don't know. It's called a BBD flanger. Rock Ready is the company. Rock Ready BBD flanger. It's a flange effect. You got delay, speed, width, and regen. You got your in and out. The power cord spot is up front. It's a mini pedal, so it doesn't take up much space. I'm going to play with it, try it. I've used it a couple times. In front of the amp, it's noisy, but if you put in the effects loop, I think it'll be fine. It's, all my stuff on the second row is going to be in the effects loop. That's the modulation. All my drives and distortions will be in front of the amp, so it'll go guitar, then into all the different effects, and then into the amp. So when you hit those, that pushes the amp and drives the tubes. But the stuff in the effects loop is modulation, and this one, again, flanger. Hear it on a lot of songs. It's a mini pedal, again, doesn't take up a lot of space. We'll give this a chance. If I don't like it, it'll probably get sold and traded away for something better. All right, 2 more to go. The next one I bought used. You can find these used all day. This is Eddie Van Halen made this pedal used. Popular. Brian May probably used it. MXR phaser. One button, one control. Your speed of your phase. And then an in and out. And it's an MXR pedal. Man, this thing's sturdy like a tank. You can pick these up all day for pretty cheap if you look on Marketplace, or usually guitar stores will have a used one in there. Somebody's traded. So, and that's this one. And there's different versions of these, the different script. Use AI and ask. Show them a picture. Hey, I'm thinking about buying this. They'll tell you everything you need to know about this pedal. Okay. I use AI all the time to identify stuff. It's a great, great tool to give you years of things. I mean, you got to look at serial numbers. You give it a serial number, it'll help you identify it. Okay. So anyway, Phase 90. Every pedal board has one of these. All right. Last but not least, this is a Digitech Digi-Delay. It's just like the Boss pedals. I think they might be sister companies or together, just under a different brand name. I have to look that up, but I think Digitech and Boss are similar. You have a level, you got repeats, and you got time. And this one here has 6 different modes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's weird. Oh, I think my knob's not on right. Doesn't quite line up right. Oh, no, it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different. I told you wrong. It's got 7 different modulations. So again, pick the one that you like. Or, if you're making your set list, maybe put a note on there. Hey, on song 3, I need to have my modulation set to setting 4. Okay. You can always, play with that and try to, make your life easier by having notes so you know what to hit and what your settings you need to be. But anyway, this is the Digitech DigiDelay. Again, I got this used. I know they took money off it. I asked to negotiate it and got a better price that was on the tag. All right, so that's my 13 pedals that I went through with you, my pedal board. So my next step is measure, cut some boards, and get some wood screws and make a cradle for the battery power supply. Then after that, I'm going to take my Velcro and start putting it on some pedals. And then I'm going to put some Velcro strips on the top of that board so I can mount the pedals. Once I get the order figured out of the pedals that are how I want it, and I've used AI to ask questions on that too, what'd be the best layout, what to put where. And it's really good about helping you. I'm amazed. And then you can also look on videos on laying out a pedal board. There's all kinds of YouTube stuff out there if you don't know and you want to learn. Once you get the pedals put where you want them, then you start running your cords. And I've got in my box that came with the power supply, I've got all the cords. Up behind me, I've got a bunch of little patch cables to connect one pedal to the next. I've been collecting those and saving those for this day. So they're ready. You may need to use some wire ties to tie some things together to make it clean and neat. That's the hardest thing about the pedal board is just managing the wires and making sure things are neat. But I want to be able to pick it up, have it all staying together, all wired up. And then if I want to try it on this amp over here, I plug it in. If I want to try it on another amp I've got, I take it, plug it in, run the loop stuff, the second line stuff that goes to the loop, and then plug the guitar into the first pedal, and then on the last pedal it'll go into the amp. And so that'd be my chain right there. But I'm kind of looking forward to, once I get it all done, I'll show it to you. I'll probably have a step 2 video once I get the other stuff done. I'll probably shoot a step 2 video, and then my last video will probably be showing you the completed product, what it looks like, and explaining how I did it. And then my last video might be we'll be testing the different pedals, probably doing demos on pedals and trying them out. So anyway, I'll be flat honest with you. I did not need to do this. I own a Helix that's got every effect under the sun in there, and all the wires are inside the Helix. All you got to do is just go in and program stuff, use the 4-cable method, which I'm going to do too. But I think I wanted to go through the experience of building a pedal board and seeing how that goes. Use it as a learning experience for me as a guitar player. Like I said, I went the budget route. I did a lot of stuff myself. And then again, I shopped for good deals and bought right. If you're going to build a pedal board, start out with the things you know you need and just build it, grow it. Every month, pick up a pedal. Once a month, pick up a pedal. And before you know it, you'll have everything you need. So anyway, it's been fun. It's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. But anyway, I'll shoot that next video. Hopefully sometime in a few days I can start working on that. It's going to take a day to get things cut and painted and stuff, and a day for the paint to dry and cure. I got to screw everything together and then start putting things in place. I may need more Velcro. I'm not sure I've got very good Velcro right now. I may have to buy some sturdier stuff. But anyway, we'll give it a shot. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it'll work out great. Again, this is John at Amp Threads saying good night and God bless, and enjoy your day. Oh, by the way, I got some other neat stuff planned for this weekend that I'll be shooting some content on. Hope you look forward to see it. The big thing is, hey, subscribe and follow, and you can see the next things that I do when they come up. All right. Thank you.